Here we are on the weekend on YouTube, where we express ourselves in video. It's called YouTube. That means you too can express yourself in video on YouTube. Tube. Or YouTube, as the Americans say, YouTube. There's a little blue-tongued lizard or blue-tongued skink. It's not doing much, is it? It's a bit warm today. It's overcast. There's a lot of dust in the sky. It's not really... Well, there is cloud, but it's still quite warm. So it's sort of not having a sun bath, but it's out where it can keep warm. Let's have a look at you. I don't handle them. Some people like to handle creatures, but I don't think they like being handled, and it can damage them as well. I'm not an expert reptile handler. Look at the ants. It can exist with all ants around it. I don't like ants walking all over me. Beautiful stripes. If it's mixed amongst gum leaves on the forest floor, you can't really tell. It's very good camouflage. Those stripes look like leaves. Look at its little heart beating and its breathing and everything. Well, it's not dead, is it? It's most certainly alive. There is a little bit of sun shining now. Just a tiny bit. Not doing much, is it? Here we are, I'm on my knees doing some handheld work. Look at its scales. There's its tail. There's a little close-up of a sort. Don't be nervous. Well, it's a little native creature, isn't it? See that little green bush there? It's almost big enough to start having berries on it. So it's a little native bush, and very soon it'll be covered in saltbush berries. It's a little saltbush. So that little lizard will never go hungry again. It'll have saltbush berries available when they're in season. Something I've done right overall. I wonder if they can swim. I suppose they can. Wouldn't be fair to pick it up and toss it in some water just to test, would it? But it's interesting. It would be nice to see one swim. They look rather heavy, as if they'd sink to the bottom, but I don't suppose they would. Look at his little front arm tucked under itself. I suppose if it did swim, it would look a bit like a crocodile, wouldn't it, really? Look at your little hand. Beautiful little hand. Looks like a human hand, really. They're our relatives, aren't they? You've been eating something green, haven't you? What were you eating? A weed? I'd bring it a ripe raspberry, except it might run away. They like raspberries. I'll leave it alone.